Hey guys, Space Marine 658 here, and I'm here to bring you the next episode of our devlog series. This week, I've gotten a bit done insofar as, let's actually jump out of that, the actual modeling done. I've been trying to add a few more items, kind of flesh out this world, make it feel a little more lived in, and the goal is I'm just going to keep expanding it. I may redo this building. Well, when I say redo, I may replace this with an actual more realistic building for Kowloon, something that fits a little better into the world. Not that this is bad or anything, but it does stand out a little bit, and I've learned a little bit about lighting and how, to prevent this sort of light bleeding that I didn't quite know before, so I might, do something like that to it'll kind of help reduce this light bleeding. It's something I can still fix about this model, but it might not hurt to have a more accurate model and not use so much time on this. So, yeah. And then I've also worked on a mantling system I can show off, as well as I fixed the gun system. So, mantling system, you walk up and you can climb up a system like that. Versus before you had to you had to have room to run and jump, or else you wouldn't be able to make it up here, which kind of sucked. So now you can actually just walk up and climb. Now it's not perfect. It seems to want to start actually lower than the current player's height and then bring you up. So that's something I am looking into fixing. Before that, though, I have actually fixed the gun system. So before, the gun would kind of stutter and actually cause some frame rate droppage. It still does cause a little bit of frame rate droppage, but a lot of that is just due to the fact that I'm using accurate projectiles. They're actually realistically tracing their position and kind of dropping based on the actual projectile height and energy behind them, which is something, does require a little bit of render time, but I'm going to try and optimize them as much as I can. But before that, I have actually added these AI. They're just for the player to shoot to get some experience for the skill tree. These are not going to be final models by any stretch of the imagination, but they do kind of help me learn how to code AI, as well as use them as target practice for the skill trees. You can see the player leveled up, and now I can get more skills than I would have been able to before. And I'm still working on what I want to do with this. One thing is I know I want to have a combat tree, especially now that the gun fires much closer to this actual rate of fire than it did before by taking into account delta seconds, which I wasn't before. Now it does. So this should fire a lot more accurately compared to the real world counterparts I'm basing them off of, as far as rate of fire at least. But yeah, so that's it for this week. Down in the description below, actually, there's one more thing. Down in the description below, don't forget to check it out. There is a link for a straw poll that will basically, it's to tell me what you guys want to see in these videos. If you're interested in seeing the coding behind it, if you're interested in seeing more design aspects, maybe some Blender, just to let me know what you guys are more interested in, and it kind of helps me figure out what to focus on, what not to focus on. Now it is going to be a more general poll because it's a multiple choice. There's not really a way to say, fill in the blank. So if you have anything that's not on the list, come back to this video and leave a comment down below and just let me know what you would personally like to see. And I'll try to incorporate that in some way, depending on how many people want what. And yeah, I think that's it for this week. I will see you guys next week, where I will have some more, 3D modeling done, and hopefully some more lighting stuff like that. Lighting right there is not built on those, I believe. But yeah, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.